Oops, I forgot to put any music on. Oopsie. Hang on. But hello. But hang on. I forgot to get any music up. Shit. Hang on. Don't perceive me yet. I forgot. Don't. Okay, hi. Sorry. Who we got? Guy, thank you so much for the resub that you did while I was on my starting soon screen. Thank you so much. Welcome in.
Wondering when you'd invite me back for a bite.
Thank you for the hydrate. Victor, just there for fun. Welcome in. Stoics, thank you for the first time chat. Apple, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. It is cold and windy today. But hello, welcome in. You may have noticed on Live, welcome in. You may have noticed while on the starting soon screen that those of you who aren't subscribed, the ads are working. Again, I don't know why. Well, I do know why they're working again, but it doesn't make sense as to why they broke. They just broke. And so I went in and I turned them off and I turned them back on and they were still broken. And then I turned them off and I turned them back on again last night and now they're working. What? Why'd they stop working in the first place? I have no idea. But they're fixed, so I am getting the notifications again before an ad break happens so I can let you guys know when one is coming up. So that's good. I still don't know why it broke in the first place, but hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the first time chat. Welcome in. Feel free to let me know any name or pronouns you want to go by if you don't want me to just call you Stoics. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But welcome in. If you don't know me, if you found me through Twitch, you can call me Prince. I'm an 18+ content creator, voice actor, and illustrator, as well as a VTuber and variety streamer. I post ASMR audio roleplays on YouTube as various original characters and existing fandom characters. Which is where a lot of people in chat are from, but you don't have to follow me on YouTube to come and chill and vibe on stream. And if you're not someone who likes to talk very much and just likes to look, that's more than okay as well. All my socials are on my card if you type !socials in chat, and I also have an Etsy shop where I sell original art and foreign art under the name Empty Masks. You got on a 3-hour train? I hope you have a safe journey. I'll try my best to remember. If you want, there is a pronouns extension for Twitch. If you click on that link, there's like a little drop-down menu that pops up, and you can select your pronouns from that drop-down menu, and it will allow me to see your pronouns next to your username in like a little speech bubble. And if you want to see everyone else's pronouns as well, you can download the extension. It works at least on Google Chrome and Firefox. I'm not sure about other web browsers. If you're on mobile, it won't work though, which is a shame. Fallon, welcome in. You already follow me on YouTube. Well, thank you for deciding to come and check out the silliness over here on Twitch. I'm being a little bit quiet. Because my siblings got a friend round, like visiting, and I'm like, I don't know if I want them to hear me. I don't know if I want them to hear me. I don't want to be too loud. They're across the hall playing video games, I guess. They were meant to be here earlier and be gone before I was going to start streaming, but then I don't know what happened. They're here now instead, so I'm like, I feel awkward. I don't like people being in the house that I don't know. I don't like did I miss anything in chat? I don't think so. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the resub. I know for those of you who haven't popped in lately, the gift subs that were given during the subathon last month will have run out now. So, if you want to continue that sub yourself, you can. And if you want to, Twitch is currently having their end of year sale, so if you, before the 2nd of January, if you are a new subscriber, if you are if you got a gift sub and you want to kind of continue that yourself, if you want to upgrade from a Prime sub to a regular sub, or if you want to upgrade from like a 1 month recurring to a 3 or 6 month, or from a tier 1 to tier 2 or 3 sub, if you do that before January 2nd, you'll get 25% off whatever that costs. If you are thinking of subscribing and getting access, if you are subscribed, you get access to all of the emotes and ad-free viewing. If you're not subscribed and you are just a follower, we do have 5 follower emotes here, so you still have access to some of the emotes. You won't be able to use them in other people's streams, but we do have some follower emotes, so I hope you enjoy, those of you who are new in chat, who are just following, the little silly emotes that we have. I do have some more slots, since Twitch added more animated emote slots. I do have like 5 more slots for animated emotes. So, you found the Goob Astarian. So, what is happening? Yeah, so I have 5 animated slots. I'm just not focusing on getting those done quite yet, because I've been working hard completing the subathon rewards. Frost, welcome in! So for those of you who weren't here, back at the end of November, we had a subathon for celebrating 500 followers on Twitch and 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We had a bunch of goals. Everyone kept meeting the goals, so I kept having to make more, and then chat voted on what they wanted the goals to be. What I thought would be a far-reaching, you know, maybe we'll get 50 subs. We get 232, so, you know, that's how that went. So a lot of people had, like, art that I needed to get done for that, so I've been, working really hard at getting all of that done. Subscribe to your Patreon and Twitch. I mean, please don't, like, I don't ever mention subscribing and Patreon or stuff to, like, make people feel pressured. Like, please don't ever, like, apologize or anything for, like... I can become Plush Prince. I can't once we start the game, but I can do that now, if you would like. But yeah, like, I know you're not trying to make me, trying to guilt trip me or anything. It just makes me feel strange when people are like, oh, I wish I could join your Patreon, but I don't have the money. I'm like, okay. Sorry? I don't know, what to say to that, because you don't, like, there's plenty of ways to support a creator that you like without giving them money. Like, either just, like, you know, watching the YouTube videos or watching streams. Where are we? Where are we? Where am I? Where have I gone? There I am. Thank you for redeeming Plush Prince, Frost. I have now been turned into a marketable plush. But yeah, like, just watching streams, watching videos, you know, whatnot, is support. I mean, and just by watching stuff, you are technically, even just by watching my YouTube videos and watching my streams without being subscribed, you are giving me money, because I get money from the ads that you have to sit through. So, you know. Plush Prince was drawn by Lucio as a little gift. What was I saying? Oh, the subathon! Yes. So we did this last month. Chat chose... It didn't look like this originally. I kept having to add more goals, and chat chose what they wanted the extra goals to be. So, for the last month, I've been working on getting those done. Chat wanted... stickers of my OCs, and keychains of my OCs, so, and then a lot of people had things. Yes, Gaia, I mean, I've been asking for people to reach out about what subathon rewards, what any incentives they qualified for, what they want, for, it's been over a month now. I've been, you know, you had over a month to contact me about it. If you still want your alien, I can get it I can get it done. I mean, you are owed one. You just never let me know what you wanted for it. And some other people didn't because I just assumed they didn't want one. I said it was up to you guys to reach out to me, not me to reach out and chase people up, because some people didn't want the rewards they qualified for. But I drew all the aliens last night, so I'm not gonna say you can't have it, and that you were too late, you qualified for it. Just, like, let me know. It's been over a month. So, we had 4 different giveaways. For different art and stuff. All the giveaway art has been made and has been sent off. All of the incentives have now been made and sent off. Unless you didn't contact me about yours, in which case, please do. So if anyone who gifted 2 subs or more, I was drawing them as an IKEA alien. That's why there's IKEA aliens everywhere. 10 subs or more, they got a free goober drawing, and 20 subs or more, they got free stickers. I know one person hasn't got their stickers yet because they want to wait until I get some new stickers I'm working on made, because they want those ones for free, so that's fine. I'm aware of that. But oh my god, everything else is done. Everything else is done. I'm so fucking happy. Especially, I got all the aliens drawn last night, so if you are not in the Patreon, and therefore not in my Discord, and so, do you ever encounter the IKEA? This is, come here. Come here. This is a IKEA alien. I have one. I named mine Maury because he arrived on the same day that, very sadly, the lead singer of my favourite band passed away. So I named him after one of their albums. I just went through every album and was like, which Booktick album fits? Oh no, he isn't getting the head pats, I made him too big. He does. He does got paws. He's got beans. He's got beans. Cause he's beans. So I can get the images up, hang on. So for those of you who are in Discord, I've already posted all of them in the head pats were a little bit in the wrong place, hang on. For those of you who are in my Patreon only Discord, you've already seen that I got all the images done. But I know that not everyone who qualified for rewards is in the Discord, and so don't worry, I'm planning on posting them to Tumblr tonight. So if anyone qualified for any of the like art rewards but is not in my Patreon only Discord server, please keep an eye on The Vampire Prince on Tumblr. I'll be posting them all there. Hopefully after stream if I remember. So these are all of the people who got goobers from the incentive. So these are people who gave 5 gift subs or more. Those are those. That's what people wanted. They're all done. The goobies. Look, it's proof. I did them. This is all the giveaway stuff people won. We had a giveaway for a bongo emote, for a blinking goober, a pixel chibi, and a candy bracelet. Those have all been done. I know that Plant got the bracelet safe and sound this week. And then all of the aliens that were the 2 gift sub incentives. We got Elixir, we got Bay, we got Cryptid, we got Kapu, we got Dolphin, we got Fowlin, we got Frog, we got Icor, we got Briar, we got Julia, we got Mothman, we got Incognita, we got Q, we got Verge, we got Rag, we got Rowan, we got Sister, we got Lucio, we got Zed. Yeah, they got beans. I'll show you. Can I make it bigger? I can't find where the bigger... Okay. Beans. So, everyone who's in my Discord, I posted them all in Discord already, so you can grab yours. For those of you who aren't in my Discord, fear not, you will still get your hands on your alien. As I say, I'm planning on posting them to Tumblr after stream, now that they're all done. So you can snag them off of my Tumblr. I'm trying to make it small so you can see everyone. Oh, there's more than I remembered. There they all are. I got them done! I did all the others first. I did the aliens last, and I was like dreading it a bit. I was like,
now, we've not officially met. It's good to know you.
Thanks, Patroclus. Thank you for the pronouns check. I use he, him pronouns. Feel free to share your pronouns in chat. And as I say, there is a pronoun extension for Twitch. You can set your pronouns in that, in the drop down, and then anyone who is on PC and has the extension installed can see your pronouns in chat next to your name. If you're on mobile, it won't work. And if you don't download the extension yourself, you won't see them. But if you set them, you can still set your pronouns without downloading the extension. And if you are on PC, I will be able to see them next to your name. There's everybody's who got back to me about their aliens. Oh my god. I just the last 3 days I've just been working non-stop just getting all those done. So they're all done. So I don't have anything left to do from the subathon rewards apart from Q wanted to, well, from the incentives and the giveaways. The incentives and giveaways are done. Q wants to hold off on their 3 stickers that they qualified for. I have a whole spreadsheet with everything in. So all of that is done. I don't need that here anymore. He, him, he, they, he, it. Thank you guys for sharing. She, her. Thank you, Elixir. I could see that the reason why I asked to use the pronouns is like, look, I will not remember. I can't remember everyone's pronouns all the time. And obviously you don't have to share your pronouns if you do not want to. That you don't have to, like, that can be private information, you know? So the only things we have fucking left to do... Oh, I didn't... Wow, there's things I haven't crossed off. Hang on. Let's cross some more stuff off here. He, they, bees! Oh my goodness. Where the hell is the picture? Stream, schedule. This one. Okay. We did the Toontown with chat stream. I don't know why I never crossed it off. Cross that off. The community game night in Discord we're gonna do in January because I've got too much stuff on this month. All the aliens are drawn. The Goobers are drawn. I'm trying to do this with my mouse. This is not ideal. Okay. Those all crossed off now. Did you know bees can only count to 4? Oh my goodness. Are you telling me they can only count to 4? That's so sad. That was /ref. For anyone who hasn't heard the parody of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, but the lyrics were changed to I can only count to 4. Please enjoy that in your own free time. Poor man can only count to 4. That's gonna be in my head now. I'd have to get it off my phone because I don't want to open the internet now. Biban Cheba? I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the first time chat. I'm like, because Twitch maybe verify my account. Oh yeah, I have extra precautions in chat because we've had plenty of bots and that that's not my phone password. Why did I write? Oh my god, and now I've spelled the actual password wrong. I typed like one of my social media passwords to unlock my phone because it's not letting me do my fingerprint. But yeah, well, not even just people mean, but also just bots. It just keeps chat safer by making people verify their accounts. It's less likely that it's just a bot that's gonna be like, would you like to buy followers? No, thank you. Go away. Funny shame pronouns, and also I want to say, because obviously people, I'm glad that people felt safe enough to share these, and I just want to make it clear to anyone, in case anyone, I mean, no one stinky should be watching. We don't have stinky people in this community, but, for people mentioning that they go by neo-pronouns or it-its pronouns, we completely support those pronouns here. I'm not gonna tolerate anyone saying people can't use it pronouns or people can't use, neo-pronouns or, like, noun self pronouns. I got no problems with that stuff. Be nice. Thank you for the stretch. I'm trying to find... I can... only... I'm getting it up on my phone. Smile for me soundtrack. Hush. Wait, no, I'm gonna get an ad. Aren't I, first? I've never actually seen the original video for this song. I didn't know it was with puppets. Oh, because it's meant to be like Sesame Street teaching you how to count. Can count to 3. Can count to 4. What comes after 1? What comes after 2? What comes after 3? I can only count to 4. Hi, Iris. Hi, Iris. Welcome in. Sorry the audio was crunchy. I was just playing my phone to my mic because I can't get the internet right now. But if you would like to hear that better, it's I Can Only Count to 4 by Psychostick. If you didn't know that existed. There was Paul B, an anthem for the bees, apparently. But welcome in, Iris. Welcome in, Iris. Welcome in, Rowan. Hello, hello, hello. So, yes, we had the subathon thing up. So, the only things we haven't done... Oh, so much is getting crossed off, I'm so happy. So, the Discord community game night will be in January. I don't know when. You guys will get to, like, vote on that in the Discord. Because this month we're doing, like, watch parties every weekend. And I've got the time to do that on top. So in terms of the goals that are not done that I'm working on, we've done all the Goober stickers of my OCs. Some of them you can see as emotes in chat. We have the Ambrose and the Arden Goobers as emotes. As subscriber emotes. Satin is... And then Satin, Orpheus, and Ellis are bit emotes, meaning even if you're not subscribed, you can still get them if you've given a cumulatively 1,000 bits across my streams. You get access to Satin, 5k you get access to Orpheus, and 10k you get access to Ellis. The chibi pixels is what I'm still currently working on. I'll be drawing more of them tomorrow. So far I only have Ambrose and Arden drawn. And then the other, the 75 sub goal, which was my silly push goal, and then of course I had to make more silly push goals, is that I have to draw lewd art of Ambrose and Arden. That will be done. That's just not my priority at the moment. My priority is getting the merch, quote-unquote, done. So the pixel stickers drawn, and then the keychain art drawn. I've already got the sketch done. I've just got to do the line art. And then my hope is all of those drawings will be done, the keychain drawings and the sticker drawings will be done by the end of Sunday, and I can get them up on Etsy on Sunday. And then you guys can enjoy buying them, I guess. I don't know what I don't know why you guys will let us rewards. Can we buy stuff from you? I'm like, okay. And obviously for any of you who contributed to the subathon, you qualified for an Etsy discount. I sent everyone who gave during the subathon, no matter what amount, got a discount from my Etsy store. Feel free to use that code on the stickers and the keychains once they're up. The keychains will be like on a pre-order. I made a channel in my Discord so everyone could get access to the thing, but if you are someone who is not in my Discord and did give during the subathon and you would like the discount, you just need to reach out to me. Like, if you're not in my Discord and so that would be, hang on, I've got everyone's name. That would be Rag, Shy, Frog Enthusiast, Icor, Mothman, and Sluggy. If any of you guys, you're the only ones who aren't in the Discord who gave during the subathon, if you would like the Etsy discount, reach out to me. I will send you the code. Please just don't, like, I don't have a problem with people using it multiple times. You can use it as many times as you want. The code will run out at the end of February. But just don't leak it and share it with people who didn't give during the subathon. Like, you can absolutely use it to buy other people gifts, you know. Plant, welcome in. Cryptid, welcome in. So that leaves that. The European Musicals stream, people want me to info dump about my biggest interest. That'll be next year. I kind of want to try and plan out a little silly PowerPoint for it. Phoenix, welcome in. And then as for, obviously, then also the loot art. So the plan is post the incentive art on Tumblr after stream today. Tomorrow and Sunday, I'm going to try and get the rest of the pixel chibis drawn and the keychains drawn, and then the Etsy listings made so they can be up for sale. On Christmas Eve, they're gonna be up for sale on Sunday. Then I'm gonna do my tax return because that hasn't been done yet. For those not in the UK, if you're self-employed in the UK, tax returns are due in every year by the end of January. Every year I think I'll get it done in May because you can do it as early as May, and every year I think I'll do it in May, I'll do it early, and it just doesn't happen. So once all of the stickers and the keychain art is done, then I'll put them on Etsy, then I'll do my tax return. Then I will work on the loot art of Ambrose on Aladdin, but I also need to be working on my next cosplay because con's in March and I haven't started it at all. Plus get the PowerPoint ready so I can do a silly European musical stream. I kind of feel like for the next, maybe every subathon will have a reward that will be Prince info dumps stream, and next time it can be about the Transformers comics and how gay they all are. What else do I have on my list of stuff I need to do? Oh right, yes, I need to do animated emotes. Twitch, it didn't tell me in advance. We're currently in an ad break. I turned on the setting so that Twitch would notify me a minute ahead of time that an ad break was coming up, and it did not tell me. It's telling me right now that we're having an ad break, but it did not tell me in advance that the ad break was happening. So thanks, I couldn't time what I was saying for the people who are now stuck watching the ads. I guess I will not say anything important until the ad is over. Yeah, as for the Discord game night, because we got the watch parties this month for you guys who are in the Discord, so once December's over, I'll put some kind of poll. You guys can vote with like emote reactions or something, as for when the Discord game night will be doable for most people. We'll essentially do like the activities within Discord's like voice chat thing. So like there's a golf game and Scrabble and sorry, it's not called Scrabble, it's called Letter League, Spellcast, I forgot what else is there. There's like an Overcooked, but I don't know how that would work with a bunch of people. but we'll definitely at least do the other ones. All right. Sorry for the ad break. Twitch is meant to notify me before a minute before the ad break starts, but it didn't. It only told me once it had already started. So everyone is back now. The other stuff I want to get done, I want to move all of my stream alerts. All of my alerts, like when people subscribe or follow, are done through Stream Elements. I want to change it so that they're done through Twitch alerts. It just looks like that might be better, and also would stop that weird glitch that happens with Stream Elements where every time I switch between scenes it plays all of the fucking alerts again. Obviously also I want to make 5 more animated emotes since we have 5 more animated emote slots. So I want to make more emotes so you guys have access. You'll get an extra 5 animated emotes on Twitch. I can't say exactly when because, as I say, like, the stuff that I've got a deadline for, I need my next costume made by March, and obviously my taxes needs to be done by the end of January. I've got like another trip I'm going on in the spring, and the big one, I'm aiming to be moved out of this hellhole. No, that makes it sound like I'm saying where I live is a hell, not the town I live in. That's fine.
I was just when you'd invite me back for a bite.
You know, the abusive household. So, on top of plus all of that, well, I have a con in March and then a con in July. And I'm also going out in this. I'm taking my dad out for a few days in the spring. Plus, once the tax return is done, I want that out of the way first. I'm going to be looking at apartments to move to. And I want to be moved out by the end of July. So, all of that is part of the reason why, for those of you who missed the announcement on Discord and YouTube and Tumblr, and Patreon, I've closed audio commissions because I can't keep on with that, as well as everything else, you know, plus the 3 audios a week, plus streaming every week, plus 2 days of my Etsy shop every week. Yeah, no. So, I'm sorry if you wanted to order something. I do plan on reopening commissions in the future, but it might not be till after I move out. It's that, plus, like, I get fed up of people who, like, message me and ask if they can have a commission for, like, a thing, and I'm like, you didn't read my rules, did you? Like, either it's, like, a kink that I have as, like, a hard limit, so I'm like, no, I don't do that kink. Or it's... This happens sometimes with audio requests as well, not just commissions. Either kinks that I'm like, no, that just makes me uncomfortable. Or, like, there's a fine line between wanting a comfort audio and wanting something that would require me to be, like, a trained therapist. I'm not doing the second. I had to add a whole paragraph on my commission rules on Ko-fi. Because, you know, if you guys want comfort for, like, a little panic attack, or, like, age regression comfort, or, like, just comfort for, like, being tired, chronic pain, crying, that's fine. But some of the requests were about far more serious things. I'm not qualified to do that. Frankly, just getting some of those requests is triggering for me personally. You shouldn't just, like, ask someone else that. So yeah, that. And then, oh, one of my biggest pet peeves. And then, I was like, I don't want to shame people from not wanting to request. And I'm like, no, if you request this, please reconsider how you view people with DID. Because the amount of times I get requests, or commission requests for, requests being like, they just want me to do this as a public audio. For people asking if I can go do Stephen and Mark, the Moon Knight boys. For those who don't watch Moon Knight, the main character, Mark, has DID. Stephen is one of his alters. Mark being the host. The amount of times I get commissions or requests being like, can you do a not safe for work audio where you're having where, like, they switch halfway through the sex? No. No. Yes, my audios are fictional. But, DID is a real serious condition. And if you were having sex with someone and they switched, you need to stop having sex. Right now. Like, one, switching is they are dissociating. That's why it's called dissociative identity disorder. You shouldn't be having sex with someone while they're dissociating. They're not able to give proper consent. It's tiring physically, mentally, like, it's, you know. And 2, the new alter who's just switched in will have no idea what is going on and has not been able to consent to the sex they now find themselves in the middle of. I will not make not safe for work audios with, like, I don't have DID, and I don't want to be speaking for anyone with DID, but I know some people here in chat do, Plant and Apple. Like, thank you for agreeing with me. I'm like, no, I'm not doing, yes, it's fictional, but no. Same with, like, some people have asked for that with Sun and Moon, and I know Sun and Moon from FNAF is like, is it DID rep, is it not? To me, if they're in the same body, like, if it's like AU where Moon has had like a separate body built for himself and they're in separate bodies, that's different. That would be fine. But to me, like, if someone's requesting me to do a Not Safe for Work audio with Sun and Moon from FNAF Security Breach, where they like switch out, I won't do that with them either. I know that's not as obvious as DID rep because it's like, well, they're 2 different robots in the same, and I'm like, yeah, but it's too close to being similar to DID. I'm not going there, even with Sun and Moon switching. If they're in separate bodies because Moon's been built a separate robot body, that's fine. But I'm not even going there with Sun and Moon switching during. But especially not with Mark and Steven. My goodness. The idea OSD would count Sun and Moon. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, it's too close to. And I've already established in my audios with Moon anyway that, like, at least in my audios with them, is that they do have at least some amnesia between when they switch, right? So every time I think no one's gonna ask for Mark and Steven at the same time anymore, sadly it is usually on Patreon, because that's where I get a lot of the most Not Safe for Work requests. And I don't want anyone to feel like ashamed. I'm not naming names and I'm not going to cancel anyone, but if anyone is listening who has made one of those requests, please just understand that that would be harmful for me to do for a character who has canonical DID. Even though yes, it's Marvel and yes, it's fantasy and it's fictional, I am not into portraying non-consensual or dubious consensual things. And please educate yourself on DID and OSDD. Please do not fetishize it, because that's what those requests come across as, that you think it's hot when someone switches out. It's not. That person is currently dissociating, and whatever new alter now appears has not had the ability to consent because there's amnesia there. Like, whatever alter who has just come into the body will have no idea where they are or what is happening. Like, they have not had the opportunity to be able to consent. I'm not into portraying that in fiction. End of. Anyway, there's that ramble. I haven't talked about that before. Because whenever I get those requests, I will reply. And pretty much every single time it's happened, the person has then deleted their original comment after I've replied. That, you know, Stoic, that's the point I didn't even think about. Is, obviously that's not happening in the Moon Knight system because the 3 alters, for those of you who haven't read the comics or seen the bonus clip from the end of season 1, there's actually 3 alters in the Moon Knight system. There's Mark, Steven, and Jake. So obviously this doesn't apply to them. Mark doesn't have any alters who are littles, but yeah, in real life with the DID system, who has various alters of various ages, because people can have alters who are children, yeah, if someone switches during sex, you need to stop, because you have no idea what alter is about to start fronting, and it could be one of their alters who is underage. Or even just one of the alters that you're not in a relationship with. Obviously, the implication with my Moon Knight audios is that you are dating both Mark and Steven. The way that the plotline goes in my Moon Knight audios is you're dating Steven, and then you and Mark also fall for each other, and then you are dating both of them, right, polyamorously. I don't know if polyamorously is a word. But, you know, so far in this plot of audios, you haven't met Jake. You have no idea if you were... If Mark was real, right? If they were all real, if you were doing it with Mark and he switches, you have no idea if it's going to be Jake that pops out. And so far in the canon of my audios, you are not dating Jake. You're not, you haven't even met Jake yet. It's just, yes, it's fictional, but no, I'm not gonna contribute to the fetishization of or sexualization of DID. Like, if anyone is lurking who has requested, because I want to say, no one who's talking in chat right now has ever requested that stuff. I don't want you guys to be theorizing about each other. The people who have requested that stuff, who were in the Patreon, pretty much after I replied saying, please don't ever ask this, they pretty much immediately deleted their comment and then left the Patreon. Like, they're not people who are still, it's not anyone who's still in the Discord or anything like that. You know, but it just, so I don't think anyone in here lurking would have requested that, and if you have, like, please don't take this as a sign of, like, me calling you a horrible person. It's just like please educate yourself, because DID is a real serious mental health condition, and it is not something to be sexualized. Neither is any other condition. Just please learn why that's bad to ask. Don't ask it again, please. So it's a mix. There's people who've requested stuff like that where I'm just like, no, stop. Or people who've just requested stuff that I'm like, yeah, I'm not comfy with that. Or people who've requested, like, more kind of violent things, and I'm like, I'm not personally comfy with doing that, as it says in my rules. Please read them. There's a lot, I know there's a lot of text there, but it's there for a reason. Because if you'd read it, then you would have then you wouldn't have asked me these things. So yeah. I mean, requests are still open, and I still will make the request posts on Patreon every month, but anyway, yeah, commissions are closed. I just got to a point where I'm like, look, I'm doing 3 audios a week on top of doing commissions, and I try and record, like, every day, or at least every day that's not, sometimes I won't record Friday, Saturday, because I'm streaming all day and I just won't have the time. But pretty much every other day I record, at least once a day, and obviously if I have a commission, then I'm recording the commission instead of one of my regular audios that day. Also true, some people have non-human alters. Yeah, there's just a whole mess of scenarios that could go wrong with continuing to engage in sex whilst or after someone has switched. No, don't do that. And I'm not going to portray that in fiction and people listen to it and think that that's okay, and because, you know, and it's not, people aren't stupid for watching fiction and thinking that this is how things are in real life, because a lot of fiction, some fiction is accurate representation, and some isn't, and I'm not gonna do that and then have people listen to it and think, this is okay IRL. No. I don't think with Steven and Mark, like, with Sun and Moon, I may potentially I'd be okay with, like, AU where they have separate bodies and doing a thing, but I don't, but they're robots, you know, like, it's pretty common in the fandom to be like, what if they got separate bodies, you know? But I wouldn't even do that as an AU with Steven and Mark. I wouldn't be like, magical AU where, like, Khonshu or, like, some wizard grants them separate bodies. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go near that. just no. Just there's that. You know, I don't have DID and I try to be as careful and respectful as I can when portraying Stephen and Mark. And it's not that hard to educate yourself, like, I'm only as educated as I am on the topic, because I happened to, years and years ago, come across, a YouTuber who has DID and talks a lot about having DID. Wow, him and Sun can do synchronized diving into a ball pit together now. Awesome! Yeah, sorry, that was a rat and a half. But yeah, I'm not doing commissions for a while at least. I need time to breathe. Whenever they reopen, the plan might be that I'll only take on, like, maybe 3 commissions per month. So I'll just have, like, 3 slots open, and whoever gets in, just first come, first serve, whoever gets in first that month, whoever, like, are the first 3 to get in are the ones that I'll do that month. Potentially, patrons might get first dibs, just to, like, I don't know, give patrons more incentive to be patrons. But yeah, I don't know when I can't give you guys any kind of date. Ideally, it would be after I move out. You know, I'm very thankful to be able to close them. The reason I had them open is because I genuinely needed the extra bit of income. Whereas now, I'm making enough from Patreon, YouTube, Etsy, Twitch that, not so much Twitch, but making enough from Patreon alone that I can afford to have the commissions closed. It's not a money problem for me anymore. I don't need them open to be able to pay for stuff, so, which I'm very, very, very grateful to be in the position that I am with Patreon, so, yeah. I mean, if I didn't have as many patrons as I did, moving out would not even be an option, because, you know, I need to make enough. It's not even about having enough savings. Yes, sure, savings help when it comes for buying furniture and stuff, but it's, I could have all the savings in the world, but, like, yeah, I gotta be making enough money per month to be able to pay rent, otherwise you end up just blasting through your savings, you know, and then you got no money. And I don't want to blast through my savings, so. Thank you for the love and the hugs. Right, do I have any other updatey things? I don't think so. I don't think anything— when I see you guys Wednesday, I don't think anything much has happened since Wednesday. Well, the Twitch hype train thingy— not hype train thingy, the thing where they were like, the exclusive hype train winter emotes are now, like, that whole event, I guess the hype train winter event, it didn't have a name, is now over. No more winter emotes for hype trains, they're back to the regular emotes. And Twitch will no longer cheer extra bits in addition to whatever you guys cheer. Thank you so much for those of you, those guys of you who did contribute and activate hype trains during the time that was live. The leaderboard's kind of insane now. Mr. Twitch is still there at number 4. But thank you so much for anyone who contributed towards those hype trains. Please enjoy any of the bit emotes that you got, because a bunch of you gave 1,000 or more bits. So please enjoy Satin and anyone else you qualified for. Oh, yeah, plenty. I haven't really gone looking yet to see what rent prices are in the place I want to move to, because I'm not planning on staying in the same city that I'm in now, so I'm proper going away. I'm staying in England though, I'm not like moving fucking country. But yeah, no. We're ditching this. But no, I'm not shitting on the city that I live in. I'm just this house. It's not the house's fault. It's the people in the house. I'm running away. I'm getting away. And I straight up told my dad yesterday. No, yes, was it? I mean, I vented to you guys about what happened. Yeah, on Wednesday with the whole tree. Why? Yeah. I'm not going back over that, but yeah, you can watch Wednesday's VOD back for that, that lovely information. But I straight up told my dad, I'm like, you do know that, like, I plan on going no contact with Mum once I move out. And he was like, yeah, that's okay. I understand. And I'm like, oh, okay then. So, because my concern with that, I'm like, I don't want her to, like, be more mean to Dad if I do that, but he gave me his blessing, so I'm like, sweet. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not gonna be easy. Is anyone not asked to be respectful? I mean, thank you for the best of luck with moving. I mean, I didn't talk about it until, last month, a month or two ago on stream. I'd always kept quiet about it, and because I didn't want to like vent and bring you guys down by talking about it, but talking about it on stream has actually been quite empowering, because I think before it wasn't, yes, you know, of course I don't want to upset anyone by talking about it, and I definitely don't want it to come across as like guilt tripping or like me being like, see, look at the terrible situation I'm in, give me money. Like, that's not, it's been a way I've found to like empower myself by not feeling like I'm giving her power by staying silent and letting people think that she's a nice person when she's a narcissistic, emotionally, verbally, and mentally abusive person, which is my mother, and has always been that way since I was a baby. And I always knew it was bad, but I don't think it didn't fully sink in how bad it was until I moved away temporarily when I went to university, and then came back, and I was like, oh, you know, this is different from like the way that you treat us is not the same as how my friends' parents treat them, or how like my friends treat me when I was living with them at uni, or how anyone should treat anyone. Oh, so it's just felt a lot worse since I came back from university. I've been back from university like 4 years now, and it doesn't get any better. It's kind of just getting worse. My dad's now in therapy because of how she treats him. But, you know, the only solutions is we all just leave and cut contact. Or she tries to become a nicer person and gets therapy. But she won't because she doesn't believe in therapy. Or in psychiatrists. She thinks she thinks they're all just like shrinks who like... She doesn't think mental health is real. So, she's literally said before when we've confronted her that she can't change. And she doesn't want to, and you're like, okay, well then we can't help you. Like, yes, did she have a shitty mom? Yes, she sure did. But that doesn't excuse her also being a horrible person. And she's acknowledged that she is, but she's like, yeah, well, my mom was mean to me, so this is how I am. This is the only way I know how to be. I can't change. And it's like, not with that attitude. Anyone can change, you just have to want to. So, there's no option where she puts in any effort, so I just have to go. There's the honest truth of it, so. And once I have my own place, you know, I'd be freer to stream whenever I want. Freer to, well, just make more and better content because I'll just be in a better place mentally. At least once a week, I'm crying my eyes out in tears, like, because she's yelled or said something. I mean, you know, what happened with the, what happened on Wednesday. It's just one tiny example of, like, we were trying to put up the tree and there was an ornament that an ex-friend had given me that I'd forgot was in the box. And my sibling was like, whose is this? And I was like, oh, it's mine. And I explained, like, why we don't have to keep it. And I was like, oh yeah, because it turned out they were transphobic. And she just turned around and screamed at me and said it was my fault that we weren't friends anymore when I was unfair for not wanting to be friends with a transphobe. Yeah, did I mention she's also transphobic? So, you know, that doesn't help. Me and my sibling are both trans. So, Yeah, exactly, Liv. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. And, like, if you want to change or get better, you have to want to. As we learned in the series of games that we're playing today. Shit. No, but in American McGee's Alice, there's a whole scene where she's, like, talking to the caterpillar. And it's basically like, yeah, look, Alice, if you want to get better mentally, you have to want to. Like, all the doctors in the world can't help you if you don't want the help, you know? You have to, even it's not saying, like, and this isn't saying you have to want to magically get better, or you have to be able to get better. It's just saying, like, do you want to feel better? Okay, that's step one. It's not that you have to have a clear plan on how to get better, or you don't have to know how to get better. You just have to want to get better. Pleasant time listening to you talk and chat. I forgot what to get done. Well, welcome to my streams, where we talk for so long that we forget what we were actually planning on doing. It's like the classic psychology joke. How many therapists does it take to change a light bulb? One, but the light bulb has to want to change. Yeah. But yeah, once I move out, I'll just be mentally healthier because I won't be being screamed at every day, and I won't be being misgendered every day. So hopefully that will show a change in how I am on stream, and I'll just be able to make content more freely and not feel horrible all the time. I might be able to stream later in the evenings, which will be a better time zone for a lot of you guys who are based in the States. Yeah. And, once I move out, then that's the first steps towards, because the sad thing is, like, top surgery is a thing that I want, and a thing that I need. And I have the money for it, but I don't have the means. Meaning, I need at least one person to be with me post-recovery, because those of you who don't know about top surgery for AFAB people, you kind of can't move your arms for the first few weeks, otherwise you'll, like, tear your stitches. Like, you can't lift from your shoulder joint, you can't lift that up. You can move at the elbows, so you're stuck with only, like, T-Rex arms. Yes, Fowler, T-Rex arms. Because the stitches go, like, around your chest underneath your armpit, and if you move your arm up at the shoulder, you're going to pull on those stitches that are underneath your armpit. So you need help, and I will not get any of that while I live here. So the plan is, once I move out, me and my partner will be obviously saving up enough money that she can come over to visit for a few months, and then I'll get the surgery, and she'll be staying with me for a few months to help me post recovery. But obviously she needs to get in a financial position. Ad break in progress. Why didn't you tell me before? Now I gotta sit awkwardly and wait because Stoic isn't subscribed, and I want to reply to what they said. You silly Billy Twitch. Well, I might as well switch the model back. They're gonna come back from the ad break and be like, you look different. That's the only reason I haven't got top suit. I'm already short and have issues reaching things. Oh, that's not gonna help for me. I'm 5'4", but Julia's 5'0". So she's not gonna be able to reach anything for me. But that's okay. What she lacks in height, she makes up for in heart. It'll be fine. She'll climb on my back. And that's how we'll do it. That's how we'll reach the top shelves. 5'1.5" here. You're just barely taller than Julia. She's only little. But that's okay. Okay, ad break over. Twitch is meant to tell me beforehand, and it isn't, which is quite stinky of it. So what were we saying? What were we saying? I think we'll stick around. A tumble for doing not only is comfortable, quite fun, engaging, doesn't feel as because of as crowded or overstimulating compared to big streamers. Thank you, I'm glad. But yeah, I mean that's how I feel. Like I really like streaming because I get to actually talk to you guys. Whereas, you know, if you look at like a big streamer, chat is moving so fast they can't talk to anyone. Like the only time they'll engage with chat is if they make like a poll or something, you know. But they just can't. I think that makes me really sad. But yeah, sorry, the reason, for those of you who were trapped behind the ad break, we were talking about height because of what Rowan said, and I was like, well, when I get top surgery, sadly my partner can't help me reach things because I'm 5'4" and she's 5'0". So, but it'll be okay. So yeah, at some point after I move out, whenever she's financially stable enough to come over here for a few months. Because obviously that means a few months of her not working because she won't be able to get a work visa to come over here. She'll just be here on holiday for a few months. And we'll have to either be self-employed by that point or quit a job to come over here and then get a new job when she goes back. And it's not that easy to just find a new job that easy anymore. So obviously that would be a lot safer if we can get to a point where she is surviving being self-employed like I am. But yeah, so top surgery will happen after I've moved out, whenever Julia has enough money. And a stable enough job that she can come over here for a few months. Because you can, from the US, you can come over here for at least 6 months without a visa. So she can come for at least 6 months while I recover. She can make food for me and help me, like, I saw some people who were, like, post-op surgery who've, like, struggled getting, like, t-shirts on and off, and I'm like, what? Why would you even risk trying to get a t-shirt? Just wear button-ups until... But, you know. So, thus, speaking of Julia, if you would like to support her, and therefore support me, because we as a team, my partner Julia also streams on Twitch. She streams art and games. Normally at least once a week we like collab over on her channel. You'll see, so you can hear me. I mean, I'm always in her streams typing, but sometimes normally at least like once a week lately I'll also just physically be there. I mean, not physically, you know what I mean? Be collabing, you'll be able to hear me as well. She also has an Etsy shop where she sells like stickers and bracelets and stuff, and she also has a few YouTube channels, but she does ASMR on YouTube just like I do. If you like the kind of content I make, she also does original characters and fandom characters from things like Arcane. Who's she done? She's done Jinx, she's done Alice from Twilight, she's done Starfire from Teen Titans, and Fluttershy from My Little Pony. And then a couple original characters so far. She's not been doing it very long, but we're trying to get, I need a link to her YouTube channel because I don't think she's updated her. That's not what the command is. That's not how you shout someone out. Please be the clip where she forgot that dinner was ready.
On the road again.
It's not.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
I can't believe it's a different clip. Uh-oh.
Looking for bamboo.
She's a tiny ghost.
Looking for bamboo. Looking for bamboo.
If you would like to give her a follow, it would mean a lot. What I have been saying is we're trying to get her to 200 followers, and when she gets to 200 followers, she is going to do a subathon. So if you guys popped along to help support during that, would be really nice. And she's also during a subathon going to have 50% off her art commissions. But actually, don't say. But obviously, if you guys look at her follower count, you might see that it is at 200. She hasn't announced it yet because she's scared to, because like what's happened the last few times that both me and her have reached a goal, as soon as we announced it, a bunch of people have unfollowed. So like when I reached 500 and as soon as I mentioned on Twitter that I'd reached 500, followers on Twitch, and I was all excited. Like 4 people immediately unfollowed, and I'm like, oh, now I feel like I can't do the subathon. I've got to wait to get, and it took like a while to get back up to 500 again. But that's what happened last time when she had like a goal. She reached it and then announced it, and then people unfollowed. Give me another clip. Thank you for giving her, but now she's at 201, so maybe she'll announce it later today. But yeah, I'm very proud. I was going to sleep last night. It's delicious, Lucius. I was going to sleep last night on call, and she just started yelling. I was like, what? She's like, because she reached 200 last night on Twitch. Before Quince, and it's her birthday soon on the 6th of January. So I kept saying, I'm like, I reckon you can do it before your birthday, and she didn't think it was going to happen, and then it happened. So thank you guys so much. Can we have free kitty? I know Lucius recently got a little collar with a bell on it, and he really, really likes it. So pretty much every time in Julia stream, you can hear bells jingling in the background, and that's the sound of Lucius just vibing. Please give me the chicken clip. Shit. That's not the chicken clip.
Wait to get on the road again. Looking for bamboo.
I'll find it myself. Enjoy her singing.
Looking for bamboo.
Where's the clips channel?
God love the bamboo.
I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna go into my own stream. Exclamation mark. Watch. Because this works for clips from anyone's channel, not just your own.
Holy shit, I've almost had a 5-hour stream. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, you were the one who was like, I'm gonna keep going till...
To the what? Oh, till, yeah,
You said
dinner
you
comes.
yeah.
And no one has texted me, hey, dinner's here. Oh wait, they have. 52 minutes ago.
Chimkin!
Oh no. Did you say 32 minutes ago you were told dinner was ready?
52!
52.
God,
God, it's weird that no one's texting me that dinner's ready yet. I'm just streaming until dinner's ending. And no one's texted me yet. Oh wait, they did. An hour ago.
For a whole hour.
Uh-oh.
Truly. Wait, no, I shouldn't end stream. I'm like right here.
We all goobs. I drew her as goob. I've been waiting for a whole hour.
I won't finish off a whole chicken.
Just the timing of like... It's weird no one's texted me that dinner's ready. Like, I've been streaming for this long and no one's texted me that dinner's ready yet. Oh wait. They have. 52 minutes ago. Like, Julian. No. Oh no, are you allergic to cats? Sorry, Rowan. Yeah, her chimkin calls. What was she thinking? Let me see about getting... Maybe I can get the link. Because she used to go by Julia C. Moon, but she recently changed to Julia Boo. And she keeps forgetting to update her card, so I could link to her card. But I don't think that her card will link to the correct YouTube anymore. I think all the links might still be broken. So I'm gonna go here. We're trying to get her to 1,000 subscribers on her ASMR YouTube channel because you can't monetize, like put ads on your video and make money on YouTube until you have 1,000 subscribers. So that is her YouTube channel. If you like ASMR, which I'm gonna take a guess that some of you do, and if you like female voices, perhaps give her a little listen, or even if you don't want to listen, maybe just give her a subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Because as I say, like, we want to be able to get a point where my channel is monetized. We're hoping that maybe she can start making money off doing the same stuff that I do. She has Ko-fi memberships, like I have Patreon memberships. And we hoping maybe, you know, she can start making enough money through Ko-fi and through Twitch and from YouTube like I do, and Etsy like I do, that she can be self-employed, and then that makes it a lot easier for her to come over here and visit me and also eventually move. All stories. Yeah, so yeah. That's my girlfriend. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. Oh, so, but what I will say, but what I will say, for those of you new, we are like right at the end of this game. Today, this might be the final Alice stream that we do. We might finish the game today. I'm gonna try and finish the game today. We will see, unless I get really, really stuck. This will either be the final or the penultimate Alice stream. Alice Man's Returns is the second game in a series of games. We did play American McGee's Alice first. I have loved these games since I was like 11. was so obsessed with them. So it's been really fun to be able to revisit them. And be able to play the first game for the first time, because I couldn't get the first game when I was younger. And to be able to finally finish Man's Returns. So if anyone has missed any earlier streams, or if anyone like doesn't know the game at all and is going to be very confused, I do have a separate YouTube channel called The Vampire Prince VODs that has every single one of my streams. Well, not every single one of my streams for all time. I've been streaming since May 2022. That channel only has VODs from like, I think I started like December 2022, like the first like 6 to 8 months of VODs I never backed up. So, but if you would like to catch up on the plot of this game, or if you like what you see today and you're like, I wonder what the rest of the game was like, all the rest of the playthrough of this game as well as all the rest of my streams, I do put on the Vampire Prince VODs channel. This stream will be up on YouTube later today or tomorrow. So yeah, if you ever miss a stream, you can always catch up. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Alice series of games, they are quite heavy-hitting, so there's no worries on wanting to sit these streams out. Let me get the pin message in chat. This is a horror game. It deals with abuse, mental health, and more. Please read the trigger warning list if you think you need to, and there is a link pinned at the top of chat to gamephobias.com. It lists every single trigger warning in the game, and then you can choose to expand those out to read like all of the spoilers for where exactly these things happen in the game. We are at the most heavy-hitting part of the game now. So, in terms of, we're literally starting off this part of the game in the flashback in the asylum. For the rest of the stream, for the rest of this game, there will be portrayals of abuse, of mental illness, of asylums, of child abuse, and references to child sexual abuse. So if any of that is far too triggering, absolutely okay to sit the Alice streams out. I'll be streaming art tomorrow, so no worries about missing these streams. To catch you guys up on the game so far, since we are in the end game now, first game in the series, American McGee's Alice, it is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. In the first game, it opens up with Alice's family home when she was 7 years old was set on fire, and both of her parents and her parents and her older sister Lizzie died in the fire. She was the only survivor, and she ended up in hospital for a year and then in an asylum for the next 10 years due to trauma from the event and survivor's guilt and much more. And so the first game, you are in Wonderland playing through Alice saving herself. The enemies in that game are pretty much manifestations of her survivor's guilt and her trauma, and you are playing through her defeating that and taking the first step towards healing. Rowan, that's absolutely okay. Thank you for stopping by. I really like, I mean, as I say, I this was the first time as a kid I'd seen mental health or abuse like really portrayed in anything, or mental illness really portrayed in anything. I loved Alice so much. I still love these games a lot. I still think they hold up as decent portrayals of trauma. So at the end of the first game, Alice ends up leaving the asylum. She's done it. But we're in the second game and it's not so simple. That doesn't mean that she's magically better. That's not how mental health works. She's now staying in Dr. Bumby's home for wayward youths. It is sort of an orphanage run by this therapist. Obviously Alice is not a child, she's like 19 now, but she works for him as kind of like an errand girl, like who'll want to pick up like prescriptions for him and stuff, and also lives there. One of the nurses who worked at the asylum is blackmailing her, because Bumby does pay her a wage, and one of the nurses from the asylum is blackmailing her and taking that money off her because she's a fucking stupid idiot. Because while at the asylum, Alice, you know, would mumble things like, it's all my fault they died, it's all my fault, because, you know, she's traumatized. Nurse Whitless took that as like a real confession and has been blackmailing Alice, saying, I'll tell the police you set the fire unless you give me all your money. It's fucking stupid. So anyway, Alice is running around doing her little errands and whatnot, and she's been sucked back into Wonderland, and Wonderland's going back to shit, but this time, instead of the residents of Wonderland being her enemies, it seems to be this new thing, which is a massive train that is blasting its way through Wonderland and polluting everything. It seems as if almost an external force is the thing that is messing up Alice this time, not her own mind. And as we've gone through the game, we have collected more clues, so I'm gonna, like, spoil the game here, because we've already learnt all this stuff, so I'm recapping for anyone who's missed an episode or anything. An episode? A stream. Because as you go through, Alice is trying to remember what exactly happened the night of the fire. Originally, it was blamed on her cat, Dinah, which we saw in the first game and in the start of the second game, knocking over a lantern, and it setting fire to the library. As Alice goes through the game, because Bumby's method of therapy is trying to make his patients forget their trauma, which, like, okay, that doesn't sound like the most healthiest way. I mean, it should be more like trying to deal with the fact that it happened rather than forget that it ever happened. I mean, I know Alice wants to forget, but, like, okay. So as Alice remembers more and more, she remembers being the last at the library. Oh god, was it her fault? But then she remembers she extinguished the fire before they left. Then she remembers her cat couldn't possibly have knocked over the lantern because Dinah was in Alice's bedroom with her. Dinah was the one who showed Alice that the window was open and helped so Alice could escape. Because what we know is that Alice was asleep in bed. She woke up to the sounds of her parents screaming, yelling at her to get out of the house, and she dived out of the window. So how'd the fire start if it wasn't the cat knocking over the lantern? We learn through memories that you collect throughout the game. So, like, a lot of the memories that you collect to uncover more of the story are optional. So this would be a very different experience if you don't get all the memories. That Lizzie died in her bed, whereas Alice's parents died in the hallway, trying to get into Lizzie's room. We learned that that the lantern that actually set fire to everything was upstairs in the hallway, not downstairs. We learned that Alice's parents couldn't get into Lizzie's room because the door was locked. But we also learned that Lizzie hates locked doors. She has, like, a fear of being trapped in places, so she never would have locked her own bedroom door. We learn that Lizzie didn't die from the fire. So either she died from the smoke inhalation, or perhaps she was already dead when the fire started. We learned that Lizzie was being accosted by a family friend, by a friend of her father's, an older man, who asked Lizzie out, and when Lizzie said no, he immediately became the shitty man, well, revealed himself to be the shitty man that he was, and started calling her, like, a whore, and that she was leading him on, and Lizzie felt very unsafe around him. And she was going to tell her father not to invite him round for tea anymore. We then learn the man's name. Well, we then learn that he would follow Lizzie round. He even followed her into the toilets once, like public toilets at a train station. I can't remember if it's implied that he did attempt to touch her. I think it very much is. We then learn that the man's name, who's been following Lizzie around, is Bumby. You know, as in Angus Bumby, the name of Alice's current therapist, who's trying to make her, like, he hypnotize, brainwashes patients into forgetting their trauma. Oh, gee, I wonder why he might want Alice to forget. And we see through a flashback, as Alice starts to remember, that Bumby went into Lizzie's room. Well, what we saw in the flashback was Bumby exiting Lizzie's room, grabbing the lantern, smashing it on the floor, and setting fire to the house, and then fleeing. He exits Lizzie's room, locks the door behind him, sets fire to the house, and runs away. We saw that before we learned that his name was Bumby. So you already saw, like, that looks a lot like Bumby before then. And the thing is, you can completely miss the memory where Lizzie reveals the name of the man. So you could still kind of work that out without it, because obviously the guy in the flashback looks exactly like Bumby. We don't yet know what exactly went on in Lizzie's bedroom. We just know that he left Lizzie's bedroom and locked the door behind him. But given that Lizzie was found dead in her bedroom, I mean, one can only imagine, or perhaps we will sadly learn even more. So that's the plot so far. Alice has found out the truth of who set the fire. Normally after we finish each, and that's what I love about this game as well, is slowly realizing the enemy in this game is not Alice's own mind. It's not her trauma. It's someone trying to abuse her and manipulate her. Because every time you get to one of the bosses in this game, especially, like, they were bosses that you fought in the first game, like the Tweedles, or like the Duchess, the March Hare, and the Dormouse and Hatter, and the Queen. You fought a lot, like they were your enemies in the first game, and then in the second game, when you meet them, the boss fights that you expect to happen just don't happen. You just end up kind of talking to them. Even the Red Queen just talks to you and is like, look, I don't want this any more than you. Like, if I wanted to take over Wonderland, I would. But you're letting someone else fuck up Wonderland. Like, this isn't me this time. It's like, oh, Alice has got to work with the villain from Season 1 to defeat the bigger villain from Season 2. Also, the Red Queen in the first game very much took the form of Alice's own self-hatred. In this game, she's now taking the form of Lizzie. So that's where we are so far. I'm going back over things for anything that missed, because we are right at the end now. Normally after we go to Wonderland, Alice then goes back to London. We've not gone back to London yet. What has happened now, after Alice has fully remembered and discovered that it was Bumby, her current therapist, who set fire to her house, killing her parents, very likely killed Lizzie, and had been stalking and sexually harassing Lizzie. We haven't gone straight back to London. We're flashing, currently, where we're going to start the game is in a flashback of Alice in the asylum. It only lasts for about 10 minutes. I checked beforehand because I'm like, I need to see how bad this is. Because I know this is the bit that's going to be the most triggering for me. I hate asylums. So the asylum stuff's only going to last for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be out. And then we'll be in the final area, the final location of the game. I looked at how long it took for this guy on YouTube to play through the rest of it, and we definitely have enough time to get to that. Well, I don't actually know. Now that I've been talking for an hour and a half, maybe we don't. Because Friday's the only day that I eat dinner with my family, and normally dinner is ready at 6:30. It is currently 3. So perhaps we won't finish it. That's going to be so awkward if I end stream with like half an hour of the game left. But it is what it is. So we'll see. If I'm very speedy, we might finish it today. Given that I've got about 3.5 hours left to be able to finish the game before I have to end stream because of dinner. Perhaps not. If it wasn't Friday, I'd be able to end stream whenever. I've thought, like, should I just play games on Saturday instead so I can finish stream whenever? And do art on a Friday and like do games on a Saturday and do arts on a Friday. Because obviously art I can easily end whenever I want, but with a game, this game purely has like auto saves. You can't just save whenever you want. It just like saves every cutscene. That makes things a bit more awkward, but we shall see. As I say, if you want to catch up on the plot of the game. VOD's channel. I'm gonna open the game now, so I'm gonna close down ENVtuber that's open in the background. Once I'm in the game, it's pretty much really hard and impossible to tab out of the game. Man's Returns has no sort of windowed mode, so this is the real test right here. Also, just to give everyone their heads up, because we've had many a moment in this game so far. Man's Returns is a beautiful game. I have the art book, it's gorgeous. But EA, as they always are and always will be, were their shitty selves, and they rushed the fuck out of development, so there are quite a few glitches in the game. The ones that I'd encountered in the past when I'd played it are not all the same ones that I've encountered this time. It's really the gift that keeps giving, this game. Apart from when the glitch actually makes you unable to complete a stage and you have to, like, exit out and lose a bunch of progress. But that's only happened once so far. At least the funny glitches have outweighed the bad. Like, the Mad Hatter T-posing, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. So we shall see. What I think I would like to do once the game's over is, go back through, like, every... There's my man. Stiglitz, no, I don't know, please, point it out, it's funny. The other bad decision that EA made with this game is I'm actually playing it on Steam, even though I own a physical copy on disc. Like, this game came out in 2011, I pre-ordered it when it came out. I've owned the disc since 2011. And it used to be installed on my PC, but then I uninstalled it just to make room on my hard drive for other things. But then when I was like, okay, I'm going to stream it, let's reinstall it. You can't. Old EA games require an internet connection to their origin store in order for them to work, even though you bought it. Why is that a problem? I've got internet. I do. But I don't have the origin store. No one does. EA deleted it and closed it down years ago. So if you have any old, like, disc hard copies of, like, Alice or, like, any of the Sims games, they no work, because they can't connect to Origin. So I had to purchase it a second time on Steam. So this is the Steam copy, maybe that's why there's different glitches than when I play. I mean, don't get me wrong, I encountered glitches with the disc back when I played it. But what I thought would be fun is once we finish the game is I'll go back through and play all of the clips that we clipped during this game so we can relive the people in the street T-posing, the Mad Hatter T-posing, the sign that said lactation, the two card guards. Me seemingly killing two card guards apart from they didn't despawn and they just came over and kept attacking me, but they didn't... They couldn't hit me and I couldn't hit them and then they just disappeared. I'm still not over that one. Because that was the most, like, the T-posing, I'm like, at least I understand how the T-posing happens, right? The game's just oopsied. But I still don't fully understand what happened with that. All I can think is, like, when I used the teapot cannon on them, it killed them. But it forgot to despawn them? And so they just kept walking around for a while until they disappeared. I have no idea. But then it forgot to play their death animation, I guess, as well, because they definitely didn't... I don't know. And we'd just been raided when that happened. Oh, Iris, I hope work goes okay. Thank you for stopping by. We're currently during an ad break, so... I don't know why I'm not getting the 1-minute notifications. I can... See, so Twitch lets you do, like, a... How long in advance would you like us to notify you when there's an ad? And you can ask for, like, a minute in advance. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 30... Who wants to be told 30 minutes? So obviously the wanting me in advance isn't working. Which is very silly. Mm-hmm. 72% of the way. It feels like we were struggling to get through the game like recently, and all of a sudden we've just actually jumped a big chunk in percentage. I can't actually linger on that too much, otherwise it might break. Yay, it didn't break! Okay, ad break is over. Trigger warning because we're gonna launch immediately into the asylum. Don't mind that the textures didn't load straight away. Let's just not listen to that. What I wanted to do... what I thought we could do when we finish the game, especially if I don't finish it today, but there ends up only being like half an hour of the game left, and so I finish it next week, and then it's like, what do you do for the rest of stream? I thought we could go back and watch all of the clips from both American McGee's Alice and Alice Man's Returns and relive. The first game wasn't glitchy. To say the first game was a PC game from 2000, if I died in that, it was purely like my own fault. But if we could just go back and rewatch what's climb up there. Cause remember we were so young back then. I couldn't figure out how to climb up a rope in American McGee's Alice because what the guide said the control for climbing up was not actually correct. Because in the original version of the game, it was like, I don't know, it was like a spacebar to climb up, and then on the re-release that came in a bundle with... They remastered it and released it in a bundle with Madness Returns in 2011, and everything was the same apart from they changed the climb up button from, like, enter to, like, the letter F. And it doesn't say that anywhere in any of the manuals. I was just Googling and someone's like, if you have the remastered version, they changed that button, but didn't change it in the configuration menu to actually say that they'd changed it. So the configuration menu is incorrect when it says enter. You should actually press F. But then again, that was only in the Madness Returns re-release, so technically that's Madness Returns again, infected. I'm gonna try and play the clip of the card guards. I won't be able to make it bigger, but
Alice, why aren't you doing
enjoy.
any damage? What was that?
They're just not real. They're not corporeal.
I'm not doing any damage. And they're not doing any damage to... Hello?
He gone.
He disappeared! Where'd your friend go? He... Where did it go? What just happened?
Madness Returns. My Christmas gift that it keeps on giving. Where? Why? Where? How? Like, I killed them from- I hit them with a melee weapon from a distance- I hit them with like a long range weapon from a distance. And then they just walked over and they weren't corporeal anymore, they couldn't touch me, they couldn't touch each other. Let's have one last one for the road. If Discord will let me copy it. There's a channel in my Discord that just, like, has a list of all of my Twitch clips, so if anyone ever wants to go back and watch any clips, they're all in there. They're also on my clip page within Twitch, but Twitch does not make it easy to find clips. Like, if you go to videos, then there's a drop-down where you can click clips, but they might not all show up, so you have to go to the separate drop-down, where instead of looking at clips from, like, this past week, which is the default, you want to look at clips for all time. It's stupid. We'll have one last one for the road. Hatter's not feeling very well.
Guys, he's not just... Oh, I can't get big. Oh, okay. He's For those who are just listening, the Hatter is currently T-posing. I swear, I don't remember encountering T-posing a single time in the first game, not the first game, I mean the first time I played this on the physical disc. His staff's just there.
I'm very sad we
Nice,
haven't
it's
seen
in
any
his wrist.
T-posing for a
He's
while.
not touching the floor either.
When we launched up the game, you start the game inside Bumby's orphanage house thing, and while we were inside, before we'd gone outside, half of the NPCs in the street were T-posing and half of them were moving. And I was like, oh, what a wonderful start to the game. And then Hatter was T-posing there, because he hadn't, like, loaded in, because I hadn't gone through that door, that little hole yet. And we haven't encountered any T-posing since. I'm so sad. Hatter's domain was so long ago. I mean, there's been some instances, there was an instance with some of the NPCs where we could, like, one of the NPCs, one of the, like, origami ants in Caterpillar's domain, we could just walk through. He just, instead, he had no collision on him for some reason. Oh, I'm putting off going through here. Chapter 5. The asylum scene doesn't last very long, but we are gonna see... There's some blood. There might be talk of it because, you know, I mean, it's an asylum in the 1800s. They're abusing their patients, you know, so... Sadly, I have no control over the camera in this room. Normally, I move the camera with the mouse. That doesn't do anything right now. I'm assuming that's intentional. So, we're currently in a flashback to when Alice was in the asylum. This isn't where she currently is. Oh, I can control the mouse. I can control the camera again. But I can't when I'm in this. I hate the camera in this game. It gives me, like, when you try and turn around. Oh, my motion sickness. It will just, like, bump in and out of walls. Like, oh, there's a wall here. Oh, never mind. I went through it, I guess. But certain rooms, you can't, like, I can't move the camera in this room. Certain rooms have a fixed camera that you can't move, and there's no fucking consistency about... Oh, she doesn't control great in here, but then again, she's not in a very good condition right now. Let's just get out of here as soon as possible, Alice. I don't want to be in this flashback. Are you T-po- Oh! Hello? Was that meant to happen? I was like, is he T-posing? Oh no, he's fine. And then he just... Hello? Was that meant to be a jump scare? Was that meant to happen? Or was that not meant to happen? Hello? Are you good, sir? Ma'am? Mix? Alright. Anyway. Oh, look who it is! For those of you who don't remember from the first game, one of the bosses that we battled in the first game was Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And they were based on, like, Alice had conjured them up because they were based on orderlies from the asylum that were shitty and abusive, and that was them! Oh, it's Tweedledee and Tweedle... Oh, I'm not gonna look at that. Okay, so gravity, there's someone upside down in there? I was like, oh, a chair that's upside down. And then, but then that person's not upside down, so I'm not gonna look up, because I think we can assume we know what they're doing. I don't think we want to follow I certainly don't want to follow the Tweedles. Oh, it's like a dang maze in here. Which way do I want to go? I just want to get out of this. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Which way? I thought I came from... Oh, I came from that way. Okay. Wow, I got instantly, like, turned around. Okay, we have to follow them. Oh my god, I can't believe I instantly got turned around like that. Somehow I thought this was, like, a new path, but that's where we came from. Am I okay? Am I okay? Oh, I don't like the screams in the background. I can't say for sure whether or not we see any horrible practices or violence done to Alice or any of the other patients. I don't remember. If you guys want to, like... Oh, no, that's a torture chair. If you guys want to close your... Okay, yeah, you might want to not look for a bit. Yeah, no, my eyes are closed. My eyes are closed. I can't.
The instruments are gruesome.
This kind of stuff is incredibly triggering for me.
The head gives the troubles more space.
Anything to do with, like, abuse that happened in asylums or, like, lobotomies or anything like that is such a massive trigger. I'm just waiting till Witless stops talking and I'm going to assume that I won't see the thing anymore. Okay, I reopened my eyes. Oh, we've got a fixed camera. Oh, but we don't now. Alright, well, we're gonna just power through this section. If anyone else wants to close their eyes, I'm just gonna get my butt in gear. I'm not stopping to look at things, I'm just gonna go as fast as we can. Each room is just gonna flash back to horrible moments. So, close your eyes again if you want.
Conditions are relieved by bloodletting. Doctor,
I'm just gonna close my ears every time we get a flashback.
your symptoms, but I am at the end of my tether, and these leeches.
This nurse, by the way, is the person who's blackmailing Alice.
Let me put them on her.
It's Tweedledee Tweedledum. Did you miss them? Okay, my eyes are open again. Oh, that's a lot of... Can the camera... That's a lot of leeches. Anyway, we're powering through this. We're powering through it, we're powering through it. We're not in here for very long.
I know.
Which way's up and which way's down?
I was gonna say.
Oh, they're here. Never mind.
Don't interrupt. If I
Go
can't.
to the lavatory.
Maddening.
Yes, you are. But what am I?
Oh,
I'm not stopping to look at them. We're just going. We're just going. Making a break. Okay, this one's I think is okay.
Am I not to be as much honored in
It's Bumby!
Is that asking too much? I want what she wanted. Give yourself over to that. Trade the tentacles for the train. It's altogether a better ride.
Is it?
That or back to Rutledge.
Never a kind word or reward for service.
That's the first time we've seen him since learning what we've learned.
I deserve a bit of luck. Don't piss on what's right now. And to me, I say, brought you out of the asylum. Now you go back on your own accord.
I told your mother.
Alice
dear.
had popped in and out of the
Just
asylum a
a
few times.
Stubborn child, too content in her own world.
She used to be Alice's
No
nanny.
one need
She
to leave
runs a
their
brothel
wonderlands.
now.
The real world is not so wonderful. You'll need to grow up. Perhaps some more time in care.
You look decent enough.
That's her lawyer. He basically agreed to defend her just so he could take all of her inheritance and then stole her stuffed animal. What an asshole!
In the asylum again. A long stay under supervision would serve you right.
We're breaking out, Alice. We're breaking out. I'm not looking at any of you. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna look at the ground. I don't think the cutscene was meant to do that. Oh no, she's doing the thing. Oh. No. Okay, so we're currently experiencing like okay, see the asylum's over. One, it was weird how the music went like swelled as if we were gonna see a cutscene and then it just loaded instead. I also want you guys to know I'm currently having to hold the backwards button. Like I'm currently having to hold down, like S, because the moment I let go, she starts running. She's running on her own. I'm not pressing forward. I'm having to press backwards to stop her from fucking running. She's running on her own. I'm having to hold her back. Alice, darling, what is hap- So, sometimes when those loading screens happen, they glitch. And Alice starts running. Immediately after those, if it's a loading screen with the key swishing, sometimes it glitches out and Alice starts running. We've experienced that before. But normally, as soon as I get her to run into something, she stops, you know, or sometimes she kills herself by running off a cliff. Is she meant to be running on her own? Because I mean, maybe this is what's meant to be happening in this bit. I don't remember that being a thing. I'm literally having to press a key to stop her from running. So, anyway, we're back in the London outfit. Let's go forth. Jesus, if this is a glitch, it better fix itself, I swear to God. There might be a little bit of a jump scare at some point. Where's the next one? I don't want to go back over here. I don't remember if what's gonna happen jumps out. Oh, did the last guy try biting me? I was looking at the ground. I cannot remember if this is... This can't be right. Oh, things are getting... Alice. Baby, please. Alice! 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 Oh, there they are. Oh! They glitched out. There was 2 of them for a second.
Help, Alice.
Do you remember the insane children from the first game? They're back! But now their heads are giant for some reason.
Tyranny is just a memory.
The insane children from the school in the first game, they got giant heads now. I don't know why this game gave so many people giant heads. Anyway, giant heads now. But they can talk, they're more coherent. But they are hard to look at. They're hard to look at. This is one of the easier children to look at. I mean, that child we saw, do you remember back in the Vale of Tears there was like a child running away from us? It was this child! They're dead now. No, she's running again. She's just fucking running forward. There's no way she's meant to be doing that. If I don't hold her back, she's running forward. Jesus, that better fix itself in the next cutscene. Do you think we should go inside? Oh, it's our childhood home. Let's go. Please. I swear to God, fix yourself for the next loading screen. Please. 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 I don't want... Please. I don't want it to be broken. Oh, thank God. We're back in Wonderland. We got the final dress of all dresses. We are now in the dollhouse. We've got a little patchwork dress. It's the final dress of the game. Things are about to get very bad. You know, the insane children are back. They're more coherent this time. We're in a dollhouse, you know, which is kind of an area that, like, there are toys and stuff, and we're gonna find out more about Bumby, so... And based on the trigger warnings I gave you, please remember that there is gonna be references to child abuse and child sexual abuse in the rest of this game. You know when I told you last stream when you guys were like, wow, Bumby sucks, and I was like, wait, it gets worse. Get ready for it to get worse. Hello, eyeball. Anyway, we're just back in it. We're just back in things now. Everything's fine. We're back to normal. We're just back to playing the game.